Alright, I am back for, I want to say it's episode 16. Kind of crazy. Before I even start anything off in this episode, I'm going to go over here and fix something that somebody pointed out. But I had already recorded the last episode when I read their comment on the one before that. But I totally missed an inserter. I was like, whoops, I'm gonna have to fix that on the next one I make. So that's why I didn't address it in the last one, because the last one was already recorded when somebody pointed that out. It was right here. Oopsies. There's all this sulfur. We've only been producing a little bit of what we could have. Oh man. That's okay. Thanks for pointing that out though. I definitely overlooked it. So the last episode, what we were doing was getting advanced oil processing going, and then I was just queuing up a bunch of the research to get it out of the way. I don't think I can queue any more up currently. So while that's running, I'm gonna go back over here because if I remember right when I stopped, it did the thing that I was talking about where everything just stops for some reason. And the reason being, there's no more petroleum gas. And the reason I don't have any more petroleum gas is because I have too much light oil, too much heavy oil. So these two things aren't being used. So we gotta fix that. We gotta use these so that there's space here for these things to keep running. So right now these aren't even running because this is full. So we have chemical plants on, I'll probably make like 10-ish of those doing this, but this is going to be what I was talking about with the cracking, light oil cracking. So I'm going to bring this water up here. Actually, there's some right here. For cracking, you just need whatever you want to crack and then water, and it turns it into the one before it. So light oil to crack into petroleum. 30 water, 30 light oil makes 20 petroleum. So probably take it like right to here. And I'll probably edit this later, but for now it'll work. It'll get things going. So like everything else, we do the little weaving setup. I'm going to make 10 of these, so that's 2, that's 4, that's 8, and then 2 more, 10. I just want this to be running. Everything running. It's not running like super optimal currently. Like, I think it could probably be improved later once I get modules for speeding stuff up, production and all that, but for now, it'll be, you just got to start somewhere with everything. So if I get this cracking into petroleum and we fix our issue there, then everything will be running and I can get bots started, which is really what I want. We're so close. We're so close. Okay. This we're gonna bring down here and just connect it like that. There we go. Power it up. So all the light oil we make from this recipe right here is going to be turned into petroleum gas, which I'm then going to pump back into. Because it's easy. It's all going to use the same pipe. And then a pump right here. Like that, so you can kind of visualize it. So now all of our light oil is being shot up into these. it's taking water and the light oil, turning it into petroleum gas, and putting it back into here. So now this is getting filled back up with petroleum, being shot down here, and producing plastic and sulfur. So that should fill back up. Of course, it's going to do it again if I don't also do the same thing for this, because this is going to get full, and then the heavy oil produced from this won't have anywhere to go from here. So before I do this, I'm going to have two different things coming off of this, because I want to make two things out of it. So I'm going to make a whole setup like I am for this one, but I have to go get some things. Like I need more chemical plants, I need more oil refineries. But I'm going to make lubricant with heavy oil, and then anything excess, once the lubricant's full, I'll set like some basic conditions with wires. Once the lubricant tank is full, then I'll have it go and crack the heavy oil into light oil to keep going with petroleum production. And I'll like explain it as I do it. But we're going to have a lot more plastic and sulfur, so that's good. We can make more chips. And the more like red chips we make, the more we're going to lose green chips and have to make more green chips. But I can do a lot of upgrading. Like all these are still yellow belts. These are all still the basic inserters and assembly machines. So we're at the getting close to the point anyways where we can start upgrading everything, but definitely not doing all that by hand. So it would take forever. Pipes are okay on. I'll get some more underground pipes. I came up for chemical plants. Here we go. Grab some more of those. Okay. I haven't looked in a while, but yeah, power's kind of getting up there. So I'm definitely going to have to make another one of these as well. I think the only reason I'm good on power right now is because everything's kind of backed up, so these aren't all working. Because all the chests are full of the items they're making. And like science, I am producing and using science, but it's pretty backed up to the point where like most of these probably aren't even going. So as you get later on in the game and you're actually using all the stuff, you'll run into a power issue because then all your machines are working. You know, that need even more power. But we can remedy that. We can make just another, like I said before, another steam power setup for now, and then we're getting close to being able to make solar power, so that's exciting. Alright, so I'm gonna make probably like 6 things making lubricant, I think. So for lubricant, it takes only heavy oil. I don't need any water, nothing like that. So I can just line these up like this. Copy paste. Underground to right here. Oops. This is going to be going into its own buffer tank that I'll use later. Alright, so now we're making lubricant. So we're using the heavy oil. However, this is going to get full, then we'll stop using it. So, I'm going to say we're eventually going to need this light oil for some other stuff. I'm currently just sending it all up to be cracked into petroleum. So I'm going to tell this to work. So I did this red wire, connected this pump to this tank. I'm going to tell this pump that I want it to turn on and start sending this stuff out to this stuff whenever the light oil in the tank is at greater than or equal to 5,000. So basically right now, this pump's not working. It's not cracking any of this because there's not 5,000 in here. As soon as this gets to 5,000 in here, then the pump activates and it starts cracking it. I'm going to do that because I want a little bit of light oil for some other stuff later. I don't want to use all of it up. But also, this, like I said, we're turning this heavy oil into lubricant now, which we're going to need for robot stuff. But eventually this tank's going to fill up because we're not actively using it. So I'm going to do the same thing I did right here with these. But I'm going to switch them all to be heavy oil to light oil. And I'm not like the best at doing this yet, but I have gotten better. Like I said, a lot of people struggle with the oil in this game. I'm not like perfect at it, but I've definitely improved to where I can keep everything flowing for a while. I could set it up to all be turned into petroleum gas, but I also know that I'm going to need the heavy oil for like more lubricant, the light oil for solid fuel for rocket fuel later. So that's why I set up the one thing to kind of limit the chest so it doesn't fully use all the light oil. So this is going to wane a little bit, but so I got to think about it. I want this one to go first. So I want this one to always be running because I always want lubricant. So I won't put a condition on the right one that's turning the heavy oil into lubricant, but I am going to put a condition on the one that's going to turn the heavy oil into light oil. I only want this to turn heavy oil into light oil when there is more than 10,000 in this tank, I think. So the same thing, enable or disable for a circuit condition. And I'm saying for heavy oil, when there is equal to or greater than or equal to 10,000, I want this to turn on, and this is going to send it up here to be cracked. Light all this up real quick. I need that to connect right here, like so. And that should be, I'm using the same water pump, one water pump for all of this. So I just gotta kind of keep an eye and make sure that the water throughput's good. They pump a lot, so it's like 1,200 per second or something. But I'm using like the same water for all this, using the same water for all this. So if I start running low on water on any of these, I can just add another pump. And then this is gonna go, because I set up circuit conditions, I'm gonna have this go down into the light oil tank. This is a little messy, but that's okay. I don't really mind. Alright, so this is getting filled up with light oil, so it's over my circuit condition. There's more than 5,000 currently, so it's going to turn it into petroleum gas. This one right here, it's always going to be creating lubricant because we're going to need lots of this. But then as soon as this gets full, this is going to start backing up. Then once there's too much of this in here, 10,000 or more, it's going to start sending it up to this to start cracking into light oil. It's going to come down into here. This one's going to start filling up with light oil. Then as soon as there's more than 5,000, it's going to send the light oil up here to be cracked into petroleum gas, and the petroleum gas is just stockpiling right here. So everything running is dependent on us using lots of petroleum gas, which right now it's going to stop up. Like we already have too much because plastic's not being used fully, sulfur's not being used fully. But this is a good setup for now. Everything's running like it should. And I can keep an eye on it and edit it later. It's probably not perfect, but we got lubricant. We have all the oils. We have the two that create the most problems right here being turned into this and this. So if you can see right here, we got a ton of sulfur and plastic, which is exciting because that means we can do more stuff with that. And I'm just going to run back up top here. I should bring up the lubricant. So I'm going to run all the way back. But the next thing I'm going to research, I'm going to clear out my research queue. Next thing I'm going to research is these electric engines. You need lubricant, engine unit, and electronic circuits chips. Green chips, engine units, and lubricant. These are critical because you need them for a lot of stuff. Most importantly, robot frames. Flying robot frame. So we're going to enqueue that research, and then we're going to enqueue the research for construction bots and where is it at? Logistic bots. So we're queuing up a bunch of research, and I'm gonna start carting this lubricant all the way up. Gotta clear lots of trees too. Where do I want to send it? I mean, I'm probably gonna build all the bot stuff like right here, so I'll just send it all the way up and this way. And yeah. You'll see, because I'm going such a long distance here, I'm going to kind of demonstrate the flow rate. So I'm just going to take a normal pipe all the way up, and I'll kind of get to a point where I can show you what it looks like when you've gone too far without a pump. But it's a lot farther than I used to think. You can just run this. Oh, and I pressed R on that. Got to be careful of that. Disconnected it. Another thing I need to set up is sulfuric acid, so we can make batteries for lots of things, because we're going to need them for the accumulators and the robots, and lots of other things need batteries. But I can make more red chips that'll use the plastic, and that'll use the sulfur, so that we use this petroleum gas. Like, look how much we have now. 25k. That's a ton. These ones are good. They're sitting there. Lubricant's full. So now we have a ton of petroleum gas to work with. Very exciting. And I'll be using it more once I do those other things I said. The red chips for using more plastic, and the sulfuric acid for using more sulfur. No! Can't wait until I get robots that can fix all these things that keep breaking. Oh, see, that's the notification. So right now, the flow rate is good. See, the lubricant's being pumped from all the way down here. But it gets to right here, and you get this little alert. Pipeline has been overextended. See the map for more details. You look right here, and it shows you where it's at. So basically, it's not going to flow anymore because pressure's too low or something like that. So right here is as far as the pump can send it. So now this one is going to start going down. And this one, if I keep drying it out, let's see. It starts losing flow rate. It's not getting that full amount. So to remedy that, all we do is right here, create a pump, power it up. Do this long one right here. And fixed it. So that's all you got to do is just put another pump down. And that's not that far. It's from here to here. You only need one pump. Oh, from here all the way up to here, you only need one pump. So it'll tell you. But it's much better than what I used to think. I used to think you have to put a pump every single one because I don't know why I thought that. But I was always worried about flow rate, and it just is not as bad as you'd think. And I'm out of pipes. I'm wondering about my pollution cloud. It's getting a bit bigger. Doing oil definitely uses a lot more pollution. It's pushed out down here and here. I'll probably have to set up my defenses pretty soon, but I think for now we're okay. Set those to 4 because I use a lot of underground pipes for traveling long distances. And this one, we need another pump here. Oh, need the pump right here. Got the lubricant here, so that's exciting. Clear out some space. We've researched the things we need to research. So I can set all that stuff up to craft. Just bring these belts out a bit. I'll probably need to restock on belts as well soon. But as soon as I get robots going, I'm going to start upgrading all my belts, so that'll be exciting. Things will move faster, we won't have to wait as long for it to travel down the yellow belts, because red belts go at a speed of 30 per second, twice as fast. So, got all these things unlocked. First and foremost, we got to make these electric engine units. Just take engine units, lubricant, and chips. So I need another line of these things crafting, and I'm going to do its own line because I want those all going to that science. But I could probably split it off and share these things. Should be fine because they have such a long craft time, it shouldn't hurt it. I gotta edit this a little bit. So I'm gonna put 2 of these on this side. One on this side. And a red one going out on this side. steel coming in. And let's power this up. Put the lights down. And get the output. Right, bots are all upgraded or researched, queue back some other stuff to be researched. So we have everything researched that we need. We need all these things being made. So we're starting right here with electric engine units. So we're making the engine units here. They take forever to craft. These take 10 seconds, and then these ones take also 10 seconds. So it's 1 to 1. So however many of these crafting is however many of these I need to make. So let's see, I'll do it like right next to it. So we're gonna make electric engine units. These are gonna take a lubricant and the other 2 items, green chips and engine units. So we're gonna get some green chips up here. This is 10, right? Oh, it's 9. What? 9? Whatever. It's a weird number, but I'm just gonna leave it. That looks so pretty. All this material's just lined up, waiting to be used. Oh, it looks great. Alright, so these are taking... Gotta flip all the... These are taking... This is gonna have chips and... engines. And then we just have to get the lubricant. Actually, I can just draw this a straight line like this. And I am going to need this one coming off. So this is going to take lubricant in. Then we just need a place for the output, so these long-handed inserters can output it onto a belt out here. Like so. With that, we are making electric engine units. Yay! Not a ton, but we're making some, so that's very exciting. Oh my gosh. And I misplaced the belt. It's embarrassing. Yeah, we'll go down, why not? We've been going up, so we'll go down. So these are now being made. So now that we have electric engine units, now we need to make flying robot frames, which take electric engine units, batteries, which we have not made yet. I'll have to do that in the next episode because we're coming up on 30 minutes here. I'm just trying to keep these like all kind of the same length-ish. But yeah, in the next episode, I am going to start probably go and increase the red chip production. Maybe like double this out here. I'm gonna take this setup right here that I have for power and do it up here. Yeah, like right here, why not? This sounds good. So that'll give us a whole nother thing of power. Because we're gonna start using a lot of power soon, and I always like to have way more power than I need. But yeah, so once I start making batteries, I'll have to make a sulfuric acid setup, which is pretty easy. Make some batteries, then we can start making all these things. Robots, RoboPort storage chests, all that. All this fun stuff. So we're almost there. We just need batteries. That's the only thing. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Anybody that's here, I really appreciate everyone who seems to be enjoying my videos and commenting. And it's been pretty fun explaining how to do like a lot of stuff that maybe not everyone knows how to do. But yeah. So if you like what you see, leave me a comment. If you notice anything I missed, like this one thing, this one inserter way over here, leave me a comment, let me know. But yeah, thanks for watching.